like 7 or 8 probably.
Was she religious, this last one?
No, the last one was not religious. She would, around me, Shabbos, kosher, all that stuff would be kept. She's from Curious. She was a fan, too. She still is a fan. So she emailed me and just like out of the blue and was like, I like your stuff. You know, I think we'd get along. We should hang out sometime. And I was in Texas at the time and I paid no heed. And then when I was in New York, I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's go for a hike or something, you know.
How much sex appeal does your blog have to women?
Apparently a lot more than I thought. Apparently it does. It's, you know what it is? Women like guys who are open with their emotions. And I'm very open. And women, I mean, a lot of my readers, I would say it's more than half of my readers are women. Single women probably too. There's definitely a lot of them. I mean, I've been asked out by women. I can tell when a woman's interested too. That's, you know, they email me.
How can you tell?
You know, they try and chat me. They friend me and then they chat me up, but they don't say what they want. And there's like this general, like, the guys are down, you know, hey, I think you should write about this. They, you know, good women are, they like, you know, I don't know. I mean, some of them just ask me out. They're just like, hey, you know, you're single, I'm single, let's go out. You know, a lot of times it's not shaykh. It's not really for me, but I'll go out with them anyway because they have the balls to ask me out. So why not? You know, can't hurt.
Do they get angry when you refuse to relinquish your honor?
Relinquish my honor? What do you mean relinquish my honor?
Well, you say, lady, Hashem says, no sex until marriage. And if I'm to choose between you and Hashem, I always have to choose Hashem. Do they get angry when you tell them that?
I don't even get it. I don't even understand.
Well, when they try to seduce you into the ways of wickedness.
Well, there was a girl recently who tried to do that, but she did not.
When they open up their heart and their legs.
Well, there was maybe some legs, but like there was no. She was like she wanted to like get me off the derech and all that stuff, and I'm definitely not going off the derech anytime soon.
Not even for a great pair of legs.
No.
Where do you get that spiritual strength?
You know, it's God, man. I mean, I'm a very good compartmentalizer. You know, I can, you know, the tefillin date's a great example. Not that I've ever been on a tefillin date, but like, if I were to go on a tefillin date, that's a very good compartmentalization. That's why tefillin dates are not for modern Orthodox people. They're for very spiritual people. People can go and have a wild night of sex and then still wake up in the morning and say Modani. I think that's a very powerful thing. You know, that's
high madrega.
Yeah, I mean, most people, Judaism is very all or nothing. It's very like, well, I don't keep Shabbos, so why should I go to shul? You know, I don't think that way at all. I think there's so much good that can come out of even if you're not observant, and you know, and being frum is valuable to me, and I don't know if I believe in it fully, but you know, there's definitely some good to come out of it. I don't see any, you know, like there's a great community, and there's like, I mean, I can see, you know, there's a lot of fulfillment, even if you don't believe in it. There's fulfillment in it. You know, it's not all about the religion aspect. There's a lot of, you know, just community and structure and, you know, things that allow your life to retain this sort of bubble we live in. I don't know. You know, I'm definitely pretty good at compartmentalizing, and a lot of it's just like, this is what I do. I don't even think about it anymore. You know, there's like when you're in high school, you get guilty every time you do something or whatever. But I'm past that stage. I don't get guilty, but I don't justify. I'm not going to justify it. I'm not going to say that it's correct. Although there are certain things I can't justify and I can't not justify. Like I mean, you know, I have a few very, very knowledgeable friends who are on the fringe of non-orthodoxy and orthodoxy, who were, you know, guys in yeshiva who did very well and they learned a lot, and they won't tell me halacha on certain things. Like shomer negiah is not so pashut, but I can't. And premarital sex even is not really against halacha, but like there's a lot of gemaras and there's a lot of al pi kabbalah and there's a lot of, you know, deep halacha and there's a lot of arguments in the Gemara, but these people know I'll use it to do evil on the interwebs, so no one will give me these, like, you know, sorts of things.
So are you a believer?
I'm a quasi-believer. You know, I believe more than I don't believe. That's what my friend says. I believe in God. Do I believe that God spoke to Moses and gave the Torah? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a non-believer and I'm not a believer. I'm like stuck between Gan Eden and Gehenna. You know, I'm one of those people has to come back as a gazelle or say, like, I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I just, the more, like, but it's good to question. I think it's good to, like, to not even wonder if you believe. I never wondered about this stuff until recently, until the last couple of years. I never even thought about, do I believe? Who cares? Of course you believe. But then I started thinking about it. It's like, it doesn't, like, it doesn't make any sense. We can try and justify it all we want. The revelation. I don't think justifying, like, gaps in science and trying to do that. So I'm just looking at the time. But be out of here at like 8:30 or something. But
okay, I'll stop it before 8:30, so you don't have to worry.
Or 8:40 or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I believe. That's really the best answer. I don't know.
You were recently linked by Torah Musings.
It's possible.
You didn't see that? For your post on the 10 different types of skeptical Orthodox Jews?
I don't even remember.
But Cohen, Hiram wouldn't link to you for a long time, so...
He said he tries to get it in there. I helped him out a lot. His site was only changed because of me. He changed his entire site design, got on Twitter, all that stuff. All those guys, I got Dope Bear on Twitter. He loves that stuff. On Facebook, I got Dope Bear to go on Facebook, all that stuff. But yeah, Gil Student and I have a good, we talk. He sends me some books once in a while. He sent me an NCSY t-shirt. I asked him, some OU Viewpoints magazines. He's a good guy. I just, I don't know everyone who's linking to me, I'm not addicted to my stats anymore. It's great. It's really relieving. I used to be like, only 2,000 people came today, but 2,700 people came yesterday. What happened? I don't really care anymore.
He did this great post on the 10 different types of skeptical Orthodox skeptics.
Yeah, that was a pretty good post.
Love that post. That was great. Which one were you?
I don't even remember. I'd have to look at the post. I'm like acknowledged. I'm not a full orthoprax, but I think I used to be like an orthoprax without even knowing.
Right.
I was doing everything. I didn't even think about believing. I just did it all. Whatever. That's what I grew up with. If I didn't grow up with this, would I be Frum? Probably not. I mean,
Would you rather dance with men or with women?
I don't know. You got to go to Crown Heights 770 on Simcoe Torah. That's a pretty class. I'm not much of a dancer. I mean, honestly, in all truth, I'd rather dance alone. That's the funny. Not Billy Idol dancing with myself. That's about something else. But you know what that's about.
No.
So
Chas v'shalom.
Chas v'shalom. Chas v'chalila. But I like going to funk shows and just grooving, man, and just dancing, like free spirit dancing. I think that's what.
Do you think that moving to California might have led you to be, say, more open in your Judaism?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, I've, more open with you guys. I mean, I've been open for a couple, probably 3 years ago on Rosh Hashanah. I was like, I can't daven. I'm not doing this. And I was like in Denver. I remember I told my friend, I'm like, I'm just gonna talk to God, man. I'm not gonna daven. And that was like a great Rosh Hashanah. That was good. I remember like davening and just trying to get through it and being like, wow, it's so long. I'm like, the faster I shuckle, the faster I daven, and the less kavanah I have. That's how I roll. So I was like shuckling really fast. I remember trying to get things, and then I just decided to slow it down and be like, asking for forgiveness is not like what's it gonna do to say a bunch of stuff I don't know. And that was when I started wondering about things, and that's probably when it started happening. But I never was open with readers because I don't, what do I mean to tell people this? But then I started thinking people maybe could relate to this, and there are a lot of Frum people who are struggling with their belief system, and it's good to have open discussion and to talk about this, and to also a lot of emails I get are from people who are like, it's really good you're doing this. I would never admit this to myself, but I can relate to this, or it's nice to know there's other people with the same struggles, with the same sort of they're doing everything yet they don't know what they're doing or what they believe, and it's bad that I'm an Amaretz. But if I wasn't an Amaretz, I would probably be an Apikoros. That's the thing. I would probably use it for evil. So it's good I don't really know how to learn. Although I've been reading, getting into some Hirsch and into some
Shimshon Raphael Hirsch.
Yeah, he's pretty out there, and I've been reading Norman Lamb's Torah Amada, which is an amazing you need to read this book, you know.